Hello everyone, welcome to the PlayStation 5 Pro review. First things first, so I just want to put that out there. This was purchased by myself and Sony didn't send me one, although it would have been nice if they did. So just want to say in the beginning of the video, if you own a PlayStation 5 Original or Slim, you don't need to buy this. So don't buy the PlayStation 5 Pro if you have the original or the Slim, because the performance upgrade, you will not be able to see that of a difference. So like if you are looking for it, like sitting very close to your TV and looking at the PlayStation regular and the Pro side by side, then probably you'll find some differences, maybe a little bit in the sharpness, a little bit in the reflections of the ray tracing. That's pretty much it, not other huge difference. And let's move on, like what do we get with it before getting into what we don't get with it. The SSD has a little bit of jump this time. So the original PlayStation 5 wasn't even 1 full terabyte, it was only 800 and something gigabytes, but the PlayStation 5 Slim was a whole terabyte and 800 something was usable after the system install and everything else took place. And right now the SSD is 2 terabytes and 1.83 terabytes usable. And also the storage is expandable up to 8 terabytes using a compatible high-speed SSD, just exactly the same way as you would have been able to do it with the PlayStation Slim and the PlayStation 5 original. So just pop up that side cover and then unscrew the plate and then install the SSD and screw it back and call it a day. And also if you are upgrading, and I don't know why you're upgrading. If you are upgrading from the PlayStation 5 Slim and you have SSD on there and you want to transfer your data on it, or you want to migrate that SSD to this, just simply unplug it from there and plug it in here and call it a day. It will be compatible. And now we will get into what's not included in the box. So no disk drive, so that is sold separately, and it says on the box itself, like on every single panel or every single side, I think it says disc-free console. And also if you want to put it vertically, even though you can stand it and it won't fall, but if you want to use like a proper stand for more sturdiness and want to make it more stable, then that vertical stand is sold separately, so that's also not coming in the box. So like it's just a piece of plastic. They couldn't even have that like included in the box of a $700 console. Yeah, so those are the things that we do not get. And also just want to mention the bottom panels are exactly the same size as the Slim, so if you like can use your old one, so if you're upgrading from the Slim to the Pro and you have some side panels that you want to use, you can try it, but only the bottom ones will fit. So on the both sides, like left and right, bottom ones will fit, and the top ones will are a little bit different in the sense of connecting them to the, like popping them on the PlayStation console. So the top ones won't fit until Sony makes a like specific version for the Pro. Like there is, like they could have made this compatible because that panel is exactly the same size, but just the slots where it clicks are at different places. So yeah, they're just trying to like squeeze every single penny that they can from their customers and player base. And the side blades on like the 3 side blades looking pieces on each side are just for visual appeal, so just to make like it look more sporty, more pro, and they do not serve any other purpose than just make it look kind of pro. And yeah, I thought like when I first looked at it, maybe like they were vents for like airflow, but no, they're just there for visual appeal. And the feature that we are getting with this, the one that I like, is Wi-Fi 7, and it's a great feature. And with my the internet that I'm paying for at home, I was able to download the video games super quick, because this one supports 6 gigahertz frequency, and I think the PlayStation 5 Slim only goes up to 5 gigahertz, because I've never seen the 6 gigahertz option on that, because at the PlayStation 5 Slim time, I was using the same modem, and right now also I'm using the same modem, and that's a huge jump in the like downloads and upload speed that I'm getting on the PlayStation 5, and the games are just downloading super quick on Wi-Fi. So you already know that it's a $200 price bump, and we are missing stuff, and we're just getting 1 terabyte of extra SSD and a little bit of more raw horsepower. And one of the features that I kind of was excited at the beginning, that's called enhance image quality of PS4 games. And like when you set the console up, this option is not turned on by default, so you will have to go into the settings and then screen and video, and then go to video output, and there you will be able to find this setting called enhance image quality for PS4 games. You can turn it on, and it'll increase the sharpness a little bit. It will not do anything with the frame rate. So let's say I am a huge fan of Red Dead Redemption 2, and that game is still stuck at 30 FPS. It looks like super good, but it's just like stuck at 30 FPS and not going anything over. And I turned that enhancement on, hoping that maybe that'll change, but no. So the sharpness just increased just a little bit. Like that was not a huge difference, because I sit approximately like pretty close to the TV, like 5 feet or maybe 6 feet at max, and I wasn't able to see a difference, to be honest. So I just leave that feature off. But if you want to turn it on, and you can, and try and see if you are able to see a difference. And let's move on to the games that are available for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Like the PlayStation put out a list that 50 plus games are getting enhanced for a PlayStation 5 Pro, and the first party games are already have PlayStation 5 Pro capability. So they have different modes, like called Performance Pro, Fidelity Pro, these kind of different modes. Like I played God of War Ragnarok and Spider-Man 2, and they both are looking pretty good. So it's, for example, so I have a simple example to make you understand. So let's say in the regular PlayStation 5, you're playing at a fidelity mode, and with that graphics quality, and just increase the frames per second, like the FPS, from 30 to 60, and that's the new mode that you will be playing if you have a PlayStation 5 Pro. And now for the 4K, like the native 4K 30 FPS, that's like with a little more detail added to it, a little more better like reflections and ray tracing added to it, and that will still be 30 FPS. So that's the real fidelity mode. And yeah, so these modes are kind of getting confusing, but yeah, so in just simple terms, in the regular PlayStation 5, fidelity mode is just cranked up to 60 FPS on the PlayStation 5 Pro, in just simple words. And if you talk about the numbers and the raw performance, so the Pro is packing almost 17 teraflops, so like 16.7 to be precise. And as we compared it to the original and the Slim, they only have like measly 10 terabytes of raw power, 10.28 to be precise. And the CPU is almost exactly the same. There is no difference in the CPU power, just the GPU. That's like over 50% faster. And inside the games, the performance will be approximately 45% faster. And if you talk about the RAM, on the original and the Slim, we had 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM, and now in the Pro, we have a little bit of bump. So we still have 16 gigabytes of GDDR6, but an additional of 2 gigabytes of GDDR5, that's a tongue twister. Additional 2 gigabytes of GDDR5, and so that makes a total of 18 gigabytes of RAM. And if you talk about the fan noise, I've been playing a lot of games. I played like a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5, like the PlayStation 5 enhanced version. Like it's not enhanced for the Pro, but just the regular that Rockstar put out when the PlayStation 5 just came out. And also played a lot of God of War Ragnarok in the new mode, and played a lot of Spider-Man 2. So like I'm sitting fairly close to the TV, like around 4 or 5 feet, and I'm not able to hear it like a fan running inside it. So it's like just quiet as the regular PlayStation 5 and Slim, so it doesn't make that much of noise. Now we will move forward to the PSSR. So that's the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. That's a ridiculously long name, but PSSR, like the short form, just like in simple terms, if you're familiar with the graphics and stuff, because if you are watching this video, you are into video games, and you probably will be familiar with the NVIDIA DLSS. So deep learning super sampling, their name is also ridiculous. Just DLSS is a better way to say it, just like PSSR. And that's just like AI upscaling of the resolution. So the native resolution that the game is playing is, I think, 1603p, like a little over 1440p. And then using AI, it's just enhancing the quality and putting out that 4K image on your TV. So just similar to NVIDIA DLSS, and but just not advanced as DLSS. So just AI upscaling, and a little bit of sharper image, better reflections because of the better ray tracing capabilities. And to be honest, I don't have that many good things to say about it. Like, I cannot justify spending this kind of money, so I've decided that I will be keeping my PlayStation 5 Slim, and this one will be going back, and I just don't want it. Yeah, I'm getting my money's back. Okay, let's talk about the Pro enhanced games. In the simple words, let's say, like I've already explained, that the fidelity mode from original or the Slim, and increased frame rates from 30 to 60 FPS, and added more details and reflections to 30 FPS, like a real fidelity mode. So yeah, so no, you won't be able to see a big difference if you're like watching on a TV and sitting quite far from it. If you're like sticking your face to it and trying to look for the difference, you will probably find some differences here and there. And yeah, so that just like, if you have to like go super close to the screen just to tell the difference, so that just says, that's screaming again and again that don't buy it if you have an original or the Slim. Most people will be hooking it up to a TV, and they will be sitting far from it, like at least 5 or 6 feet. And from that difference, you won't be able to see any improvements in the image quality. And from the creator's perspective, let's talk about the video capturing capabilities. You know that PlayStation 5 is capable of recording the gameplay that you're playing up to like 60 minutes of gameplay. And there are two formats available. One is WebM and one is MP4. MP4 is the most compatible. WebM is a little hard to edit using the traditional editing softwares like Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro. So I was thinking that maybe PlayStation might have made some changes with this increased raw power of the GPU, like almost 17 teraflops, right? So they could have allowed like the gamers to record the gameplay in 4K 60 FPS in H.265 MP4 format, just like Xbox does. Xbox does have the capability of that, but that's a whole separate video. But yeah, so this one is, if you want to record in 4K, you are still stuck in the WebM format. But if you want to record in the most compatible MP4 format, that will make your life a little bit easier editing the videos and stuff on your Mac or a PC, then you are only stuck at 1080p in the recording section of the video. And yeah, I think so. Just to end the video, I already said it that I wasn't, in my testing, in my like playing a lot of games on it, I wasn't able to see a difference to like keep it, because if you have money that's burning a hole in your pocket, then definitely you want the best of the best available, then definitely go out and get it. And most people probably who are going to get it made up their minds already and have ordered it and have probably received it. But if you're still kind of middling, and let's say if you don't have a PlayStation 5 at all, like not the original, not the Slim, not the Pro yet. So like the difference is so small, I would say, because the PlayStation 5 Slim and the original will be going on a lot of deals right at the moment. So look for those, I would say, and also check the local marketplace, and you can find a really good deal on the regular PlayStation 5 and Slims. Buy probably a monitor or a good headset. And also I've noticed that a lot of the people just ignore how much does a monitor or a TV's quality affect the performance. So let's say your TV is 4K, but like mine is only 60 FPS, but this one has like really good brightness and really good color accuracy, and supports Dolby Vision. But still doesn't support 120 FPS, so I'm kind of lacking on that. But if you want to save that money and keep your PlayStation 5, and I would say invest in a better like OLED TV or an OLED monitor, you will see a huge difference and you won't be able to go back. Just believe me on that. But yeah, so the conversation is starting to shift. That's all the things that I have to say about the PlayStation 5 Pro. This is my honest review. Mine is going back to where it came from. I'm getting my money back, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good day.